Welcome back to the Money Talks with Alex. In today's video, Alex is going to open the credit card of her choosing based on the discussion we had last week. If you want to know more about why to choose credit cards and how to choose credit cards and several options that are out there, which are beginner friendly, check out this video from last week.
Let's get into opening my first credit card.
Let's do it. Alright, I'll just say stuff and then you'll say stuff and then we can And in today's video, me and Alex are going to talk about a specific credit card that she chose as a result of last week's discussion. So Alex, tell us about which credit card you chose and what kind of thought process went into it.
Yes. So I decided to go with the Discover card because it's beginner friendly. It has higher odds of being approved, so for it being my first card, it'll help me get started. And then also the rewards that it offers is 5% cash back on certain categories depending on the quarter. And that, even though it changes categories, it's a lot more than the other options I was looking at, like Capital One and American Express. The Discover card will also match whatever cash back I get for the first year. And I figured this is a good option for me, at least for the first year. And then if I decide that I want to focus on certain expenses, I can get or sign up for a different credit card that focuses on those specific categories. For example, like groceries, gas, restaurants. And so finally, I think the deciding factor for me was that Discover doesn't charge international transaction fees. And I know in this next year, I'll be doing international travel. And so at least for this first year, the Discover card seemed like the better option to cover most of my bases. And who knows, maybe I'll sign up for more credit cards, which you would love.
Yes, yes. I'm a credit card nerd. Whichever get me the most buck on my expenses are gonna get my business. So.
There you go. All right, so should we do it?
Yeah, let's get started.
I am going to open a credit card.
And you should follow along with her.
Yes, here we go. So it looks like it's just asking for some basic information to pre-fill some of the application.
Mm-hmm.
So don't look at my social security number.
Okay, I'm not looking. I'm joking.
All right.
Well, you see mine.
Oh, I didn't actually look at it. I immediately blurred it out.
So noble.
All right. Ooh, I get to choose a design. Dang, what if I regret my decision?
I think you can change.
Yeah, no, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's just the credit card color.
You're choosing as if you're getting a mortgage or something.
Okay. Now I am just filling in all of my personal information. I'm not gonna put my middle name because then when you like type it in online, you have to type that in too, you know?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a hassle.
Right.
Just basic information about yourself, like address and first and last name, date of birth. Nothing super difficult.
I'm employed and a college student.
Ooh. Yeah, what would you put there? Well, you're working part-time.
I'm working part-time and I'm doing school part-time. But I think this takes up more of my, well, it depends. I'm just gonna do that for now.
Yeah, because employed might help you better.
If you're a college student, whether you have a job or not, select college student.
Oh, okay.
Right. If you say so.
Yeah, you're in college. They don't have my postbaccalaureate position here. I was taking a grad class, so I'll just say I'm a grad student. Interesting that I don't have an option for like some, I can't remember what the exact name was, but there was something about like something else, like some other, it's not bachelor, not master's.
Wait, what?
Some places when you choose like from the drop down, you're in college, it would be like non-degree, because that's what you're technically doing, right? It's non-degree, you're just taking classes.
Exactly.
So I'm surprised that they don't have that in there.
5, 23, 25? That's...
Wow! Good for you. Live with my mother. Total gross income yearly? I think it was around like... bank account fund.
All right. You agree, Discover Bank may call you, include text about current future accounts. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you can text me and call me. Sure. You want to email me too? We'll see about that.
All right, like look through this
Yeah.
for information so that you know what you're signing up for. So
Zero.
intro, so for first 15 months, even if you pay late, as long as you pay your minimum balance, you're fine. Like you can have, you know, $200 in the balance, but if you pay, I think the minimum is like $35.
Okay.
You should be fine for 15 months.
Okay.
Just don't forget about that.
Yeah.
That within 15 months you need to pay the full balance.
Yeah.
But I would not recommend, you know, just misusing this introductory offer though, because you can get into a habit of spending a lot. So.
Right.
Because look at these interest rates, 16 to 27. Like that's really, really high. Cash advances 29%. Like just don't use your credit. Like you need to know that the credit card, to use a credit card is only for like those purchases that you would otherwise afford. Other than that, like no, there are personal loans. There are so many other types of loans that you could use for other purposes, but not a credit card. All right, so fees, yeah, there is no annual fees if you transfer a balance. So this balance transfer, this means that when you transfer it from a different credit card to this credit card. And then cash advance, yeah, when you just take cash out. Late payment, $41. It's a pretty big amount to just pay for a fee.
Right.
So be careful. Return payment is when you pay for the, so let's say, yeah, you pay your credit card from your checking account, but the payment gets bounced because there's not enough funds in your checking account, so it gets bounced back. That's what return payment is, that it didn't go through. It's $41. That's a lot because most of them charge like $20, $25. I know that's my bank charge, but this is high. See, that's how they make money. Like that's how they can afford the 5% cash back. So it's good to take advantage of it, but there's a reason they offer that kind of high, you know, cash back and that kind of good perks, just because their fees are also really high. So unless you're very responsible by using credit card, then like just don't, because it might actually cost you more later. So you need to feel comfortable about using credit card. Let's see what other. Yeah, the credit line, they're gonna give you a certain amount of limit depending on your background. I know, I think for me initially it was like $500 because I had no, well, it says no less than 500, like it can't be less than 500, but it could be for 500 to 2000, depending on your background. But for me, like I didn't have any history in the US at all, so it was 500. And that was also, I chose it and it was a secured loan.
Okay.
So if you remember, we talked about this in the last video. If you don't know about it, you can watch that video.
That was when you'd have to put like the payment. You'd have to.
Yeah, you put
yep.
It's basically you're loaning from yourself. Like you're using the credit from your money.
Yeah.
But it's good because it builds you that credit history that you need to get better terms on other stuff. Yeah, you can redeem whatever cashback you get. You could redeem it either towards your paying your balance, or you could use it to you could literally use it for purchases as well. So you can use it however you want to. I personally use it to pay my balance. Like I have it in auto pay that it goes towards my balance every time it's available, because I think there's a certain time period that it gets available, to prevent it from refund and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I know a friend of mine he would like, use that to buy presents for him, or like, just to
like spending money.
Yes. He treats it as a present.
Gotcha.
I don't, which I think he should. That's how you should do it. Like you can treat yourself, right? With some kind of like with a pay raise or something, or like if it's a certain month you spent less than you budgeted for, and you could treat yourself. But cashback is not something that I'd like to treat myself with.
Gotcha.
Because I feel like I already paid for, like I paid with my transaction. I already paid for that cashback. Like it's nothing. I don't see it as something extra. I feel like I've overpaid somewhere to get that. So, anyways, it's probably a weird way of looking at it, and too overthinking it too much. But it is what it is. All right, that's it.
Sweet. Yes, I have read them.
And I know it's boring to go through it, but just skip through this because you know where the biggest fees are and what to like absolutely avoid, depending on the card, because it's different for different cards.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Okay. Gotta wait 60 seconds.
Yep.
Don't hit the back button or close your browser. Thank you.
Yay, we are there. Approved! You can see it right here. Yay!
Whoa, 2,000.
I was right!
All right.
Well, I just pulled a number from thin air. It's just a coincidence. Please don't read into this. But, okay, congratulations.
Thank you. It's official. All right.
Okay, don't like blur it, okay?
I will,
okay,
yeah.
Oh yeah, yours is 769.
Wow.
I have no idea.
I'm not telling you my secrets.
I will tell you in the next video. I have a video on how to improve your credit score.
Good, yeah. Unintentional segue.
Yeah. All right, good. Hopefully opening a credit card is less intimidating and a little easier after this video. So hopefully you learned something today from us.
Yeah. Wow, that was so easy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think the difficult part is the, discipline and the
The discipline.
Alright, the difficult part is I think the discipline that goes into being able to use credit card, because it's very easy to use a credit card to make a purchase. It's very easy to open a credit card. It's very easy to get approved for a credit card. Well, depending on your history, but it's generally very easy. So, like you get that nice plastic. Is it plastic?
Yeah.
You get that nice plastic and you're like, oh, I could buy the world now.
Yeah.
No, chill, you can't. You still have to pay for it.
Yeah.
It's just for the 30 days or however long. It's probably 25 though by the time you need to pay it. But like for only that period of time, you don't pay, but you pay at the end of the month. So it's very easy to forget about it.
Yeah.
So just remember that, and please, please, please use credit card responsibly. It's one of the main tool, or one of the most double-edged sword in your financial planning or financial life. I don't know how to express it, but it is really a double-edged sword. If you don't use it correctly, it could hurt really, really bad. But if you use it correctly, it could help you a ton. What do you have to say in the closing remarks?
I'm so excited for my gold-colored Discover card to arrive. But I think that also plays into the possible dangers of having a credit card. It looks so pretty, you just want to keep swiping it.
Yes,
But
very well put. Succinctly.
So maybe I should have chosen an ugly color. But that being said, I'm determined.
That's a good tip.
Yeah, choose an ugly color so you're not tempted to just swipe it everywhere you go. But I plan on being very disciplined with paying on time and always paying my balance, and not spending money that I don't actually have.
All right, great. All right, I think this is a good place to wrap up the video, and thank you so much for your time today and watching this video. Hopefully it was helpful. If you want to learn more about personal finance and investing, check out my other videos on the channel.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. After I buy everything I can with my new Discover credit card.
Please don't. All right, okay. Just like do something. Now I feel like with the editing. It gets to the, oh, why did I do this?
First, I thought it was a good what am I saying?
Just cut the butt.